Good evening once again, and welcome to another episode of Capsules of Love. I am your host, Richard Albert Lawrence Sr. And remember what God says. God says in Jeremiah chapter 31 and 3, yes, I love you. A resounding yes, I love you with an everlasting love. On this episode of Capsules of Love, I would like to just dialogue with you for a minute from the title, You Can Dispel Negative Thoughts by Being Thankful and Grateful. Let me say that again. You can dispel negative thoughts by being thankful and grateful. What do I mean by being thankful and grateful? I mean, you own a car, for example. It might not be the best car in the world, but it still takes you from point A to point B. Yes, it needs some mechanical work done to it, but it's still drivable. It is not a risk to you or to other people on the road. Be thankful for that car because there are two other options that's below not having a car. Number one, you could walk and you might not be very close to work, or you might have to take national transportation if you have the bus system near you. And if you can't walk because it's too far, and if you don't have a bus system that you can rely on, then you might have to get an Uber or Lyft, and that can become very expensive. I know of a lady just right now who has a son who does not have a vehicle. He has to take a Uber to work and an Uber from work. And they're only a couple of miles from where his place of employment is. But that takes a huge chunk out of his salary. So be thankful for what you have. You might be living in an apartment instead of living in a home. You might be aspiring to own a home one day, but right now you are living in an apartment. Be thankful and grateful that at least I have a roof over my head, because there is a downside to that. There are many homeless people or unhoused individuals that live on the street, live in a shelter, living in some family's basement, or, you know, sleeping on a friend's couch. The fact that you are living and maintaining, even though it might be challenging, it's something to be thankful and grateful for. It's not just housing or transportation. It could be food. You might don't have the shrimp and the T-bone steak and the chicken breast and the lobster and clams if you eat clams. You might don't have all that stuff. For now, you might just have to have ramen noodles. You might just have porridge or some kind of broth, chicken broth or beef broth. You don't have the quality or the type of food that you would like to have, but you can still give thanks and you can still be grateful for at least you have something that you can eat. You have people that, if Meals on Wheels don't show up, they don't have anything to eat. You have people unhoused that's on the street. If you don't actually go out and feed them, they don't have a meal for that day. Being thankful and being grateful can change, definitely change your mindset. It can dispel negative thoughts. What about clothes? You might not have the finest clothes, you might not have the newest jeans, you might not have the newest sneakers, or again, we're speaking about things. Yes, you might need things to live, but you don't have to have the best of everything in order to live and to enjoy life. So be thankful and be grateful, because each time you exercise thankfulness and each time you exercise gratefulness, you are dispelling negative thoughts. And one final thought to leave you with: to dispel negative thoughts. Remember the good that people have done for you. Where you are now in life is a culmination of the good that many people have done to you. Someone might have held the door for you. Someone might have told you about a job when you were unemployed, and because of their word of mouth, it gave you motivation to go out looking, and you are gainfully employed. It's things like that. There might have been someone that when you were down and out, they came and visited you, they came and cheer you up. They gave you a ride to work when you didn't have a vehicle. So find the good even in the bad, and let those things be what dispel negative thoughts out of your mind. If this video has been a blessing to you, please like it if you must, but share this video and let someone else know that they too can dispel negative thoughts by thinking about things that are positive, by being thankful, and by being grateful. As you go into this 4th of July weekend, remember that the freedom that you and I have here in the United States, we're enjoying it because someone else served, someone else laid down their life so we could enjoy the freedom we have. That is something good. That is something that you can now think of, that you can use to dispel some of the negative thoughts that you have in your brain, and it might be able to help you to also be thankful and grateful. So the same way we start this video is the same way we're going to end it. Remember what God says. God says yes, a resounding yes. I love you with an everlasting love. Until we meet again, have a good 4th of July weekend and have a good rest of your week is my prayer. God bless and good night.